morning, students. Yesterday in a previous class I explained about the one gene inheritance. Today let us discuss about the two gene inheritance. We were discussing about the Mendel's hybridization experiments. Under that we discussed monohybrid cross. The crossing of two plants or two animals differ in only one alternate character, that is called monohybrid cross, but they should be differing only one alternate character. Today let us discuss about the two gene inheritance. It is also called dihybrid cross. What is dihybrid cross or two gene inheritance? The crossing of two plants or two animals. They should be differ in two alternate character is called dihybrid cross or two gene inheritance. We noted 7 contrasting characters in a pea plant. Yesterday we took an example, height of the pea plant. We crossed tall pea plant with a dwarf pea plant. Today we taking another example. For example, the shape of the seed. One variety of a pea plant produces round seeds. One variety of the pea plant produces the round seeds. Which is the character here? Shape of the seed. This plant, if we crossed with round wrinkled seeded. Wrinkled seeded pea plant. Round seeded pea plant crossed with a wrinkled seeded pea plant. Wrinkled, I will write here. Wrinkled seeded. What will be the cross this? Is it one gene inheritance or a two gene inheritance? It is one gene inheritance because we consider only one character. Which is that character? Shape of the seed. One variety of pea plant produces a round shaped seed. Another variety of pea plant produces the wrinkled seeds. If we crossed these two plants, it will be one gene inheritance or a monohybrid cross. So we discussing about the two gene inheritance. That's why we have to consider here one more character. Which is that character? Color of the seed or a cotyledon. This round variety of pea plant produces yellow colored seeds. Yellow colored seeds. Then this wrinkled variety of pea plant produces green seeds. Now we crossing two different varieties of the pea plants. These two different varieties of pea plants differ in how many characters? Two characters. What are the characters? One, shape of the seed, another, color of the seed. This plant produces round yellow colored seeds. This pea plant produces the wrinkled shaped green colored seeds. This we call, it is externally expressed or appeared character. Yesterday I said that this externally expressed character is called phenotype. That is called the phenotype. Phenotypically, one plant produces around yellow seeds. This plant is crossing with a wrinkled green seeded pea plant. So this is a phenotype. Next, we have to take the genotypes. Genotype. Yesterday we take for tall denoted with a capital T and capital T. Dwarf we denoted with a small t. Why we took two letters? That two letters denote that allele or a factor, because I said that all sexually reproducing organisms have two parents. One is male parent, another one is the female parent. That's why every individual in their chromosome two alleles for one character. That's why we have to take two characters here around yellow, wrinkled green. Yesterday I said that between tall and dwarf plant, which was the dominant? Tall was the dominant. Which was the recessive? Dwarf was the recessive. What do you mean by dominant and recessive? In a heterozygous condition, which character is expressed, that is considered as a dominant character. The character in a heterozygous state, which character is suppressed, it means not expressed, that is called the recessive factor or a character. So here in between these two plants, here round and yellow are dominant over the wrinkled and green. That's why round and yellow we have to denote with capital letters, and wrinkled green we have to denote with small letters. Okay. Then which letters we have to select here? For round, capital R. One R enough? No. We have to take two letters. Why? Because every character is controlled by the pair of factors. So capital R, capital R, capital Y and capital Y. Here which letter we select to denote the dominant character? It's small letters we have to select here. Should not take W, W, G, G. So which letters we have select to denote the dominant characters? Their small letters we have to select here. So small r and small y. These are the genotypes of these two phenotypes or plants. During gametogenesis, means formation of the gametes. During gametogenesis, these two factors will separate. So this factor and this factor together forms one gamete. Here also this factor, these two forms another gamete. How many types of gametes produced from this plant? Only one type. If 1000 produced, all gametes having the round factor and a yellow factor. How many types of gametes produced? Only one type. Even 1000 produced, or each that gamete has a wrinkled factor and a green factor. So one type of gametes produced from each of the plants. After crossing, during fertilization, that two factors means two gametes will be fused. After fusion, we will get a first generation, that is called first phylyl generation or F1 generation. When these two gametes fused, these two factors become pair. They are responsible for the shape of the seed. These two factors are fused. These are responsible for the shape of the seed, and capital Y, small y associate, they are responsible for the color of the seed. Okay, this seed developed. After developing, it produces what type of seeds, what will be the shape of the seed, and what will be the color of the cotyledons or a seed. See here, this plant is called hybrid. What do you mean by hybrid? Hybrid is a offspring. Hybrid is a offspring produced by a crossing of two different plants or two animals. They should be differ in one or more alternate character, that we called a hybrid. Here I am calling it as a dihybrid. Why it is a dihybrid? Because this is the hybrid crossing produced by the crossing of two plants. These two plants are differ in two alternate characters. One shape of the seed, another color of the seed. So these plant parents differ in two alternate character. We call it as a dihybrid plant. Dihybrid. All these dihybrids produced from F1 generation produces the round and yellow seeds. Why? Because in the shape of the seed it has one dominant gene that will express, wrinkled will be suppressed. In a color of the seed, it has this seed has one dominant gene or a factor, that is a yellow. So all seeds will be yellow. It will express, and green will be recessive. It will be suppressed. Therefore, in F1 generation, all seeds developed to a plant. That plant produces a round yellow seeded pea plant. Okay. What is the next step? Mendel he did not cross the second time. He allowed for self-pollination. He allowed for self-pollination. Next again, gametes. What type of gametes produced from this hybrid plant, and how many types of gametes produced from this hybrid plant? Because this plant produces one type of gamete here, this also produces only one type of gamete. How many types of gametes are produced from this hybrid plant? See, you take one character or one factor from the shape of the seed, one factor from the color of the seed, make it the combination. So R, round, Y, yellow. This is one type of gamete, capital Y, capital R and capital. So there is a possibility of formation of one such type of gamete. This round may combine with a green also. It is another type of gamete. This possibility also it has. So this is the wrinkled shape may associated with the yellow. it is one combination. This is another type of gamete, and this is the wrinkled. It may also combine with the green. It is the parental character. It is the parental character, small r and small y. Is there any other possibilities? No. Total how many types of gametes produced? 4 types. Which are? So capital Y and capital R, one type, means round yellow. This is capital R, small y, means round green. Small r, capital Y, wrinkled yellow. And this is a parental. So this is parental and this is also parental type. These two are recombinants. These are the new types are called the recombinants. 4 such type of male gametes will be produced. Similarly, 4 such type of female gametes also produced in a pea plant, because pea plant is a bisexual plant. So this is a checkerboard or Punnett square. Next generation that we call F2 generation or second phylyl generation. Second phylyl generation we may show in a checkerboard. So this is the checkerboard for dihybrid cross. Here you take the sex. One side, this side you take the male gametes. This side you take the female. This is the symbol of the male. This is the symbol of the female. You take 4 different gametes in this box. And also we have to write 4 different types of gametes in this box. So capital R, capital Y means round yellow. This is round green. Wrinkled, see, wrinkled yellow. This is wrinkled green. 4 different types. Okay, 4 different types. Here also we have to take capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r. That is one more small y. One more box here. Sorry, this is the small r with capital Y, means wrinkled green. One more box here. This is the small r and small y. One more box required to show the dihybrid cross. Okay. Next, here, when this male gamete fused with this female gamete, we have to write the factors here: capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Like this, you have to fill all the boxes. When these 2 gametes produced, here the capital R, capital Y, small y. When these 2 gametes fused, we have to write the genotypes in this box: capital R, small r, then big Y, big Y. So when these 2 gametes fused, that genotypes obtained are capital R, capital Y, small y. Okay. Next, when these 2 gametes fused, we have to write genotypes in this box: capital R, capital Y, small y. When these 2 gametes that genotypes obtained, we have to write here capital R, small y. When these 2 gametes fused, we have to write genotypes here: capital R, capital Y, small y. Next, when these 2 gametes fused, that we have to write here capital R, then small y. Okay. Next, we have to write these 2 combinations. When this male gamete fused with this female gamete, we have to write here capital R, small r, capital Y. When these 2 gametes fused, the capital R, capital Y, small y. When these two gametes fused, see here different small r, big Y. When these two gametes fused, here that is a small r, big Y, small r, big Y and small y. Okay. Next, when these two gametes fused, we have to write genotypes here. That is the big R, that is small r, capital Y, small y. Okay. Next, when these two gametes fused, the genotypes we obtained are capital R, small y. Okay. When these two gametes fused, small r, big Y, small y. When these two gametes fused, the genotypes obtained we have to write here. That is the small r, small y. Okay. This is the checkerboard. Here, how many genotypes we have written? 16. 16 genotypes we have written here, and that is the 16 genotypes of different 16 plants. Here, all the genotypes are same? No. Based on the genotypes, we have to decide the phenotypes. Of the 4 factors, in every box there are 4 factors. 4 letters are there. 4 letters shows 4 factors, 4 genes. Of them, one round dominant there, that produces the round seeds. Of the 4, one yellow there, that produces yellow. So like that we have to identify the phenotypes of these genotypes. Here all the 4 factors are dominant. What will be the phenotypes of this plant? This plant produces the round yellow. Round yellow is the phenotype. What about this plant? Here round yellow. It also produces the round yellow. What about this plant? It also produces round yellow. Round yellow. This plant, it also round yellow. Okay. Here this plant, it also produces the round yellow. This one, no. Here, by considering the shape of the seed, dominant is there. What about the color of the seed? No dominant. It means it produces the green seeds. So this plant is the recombinant plant, produces round seeds but green color. Round seeds, green color. This round yellow. Round yellow. This one, it also same. It produces a round and green seeds. Okay. This is round yellow. Round yellow. It also round yellow. Round yellow. Sorry. Round yellow. This plant, see here, is there any dominant gene for the shape of the seed? No. It means it produces the wrinkled seeds. What about color? Yellow. So this produces wrinkled shape of the seed, but say color is yellow. It also same wrinkled yellow. It produces round yellow. Round yellow. It also produces round green. Round green. It produces the wrinkled yellow. It produces the wrinkled green, because no dominant gene of the 4, no one is dominant factor. All are recessive. It is the parental character. It produces that wrinkled green seeds. So now we have written genotypes and phenotypes of all the 16 plants. Now we have to take the ratio. First you observe the phenotypes and take the ratio. First you consider round yellow. You count the number of round yellow. How many? 1 round yellow, round yellow, round yellow, round yellow, 4, round yellow 5, it is not, 6, okay, 6, 7, 8, and this one 9, 9 plants. 9 plants are around yellow. Next, you take the wrinkled yellow. How many wrinkled yellows are there? Wrinkled yellow. See, this is one wrinkled yellow. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are wrinkled yellow. Next, you count the how many round green. This is round green 1, round green 2, and round green 3. Next, you observe, is there any wrinkled green? Yes, there is only one wrinkled green. So total how many? 9 plus 1, 10 plus 3 plus 3, 16. So 16 plants over. What will be the ratio? 9:3:3:1. This ratio is dihybrid phenotypic ratio because we have taken this ratio by observing the phenotypes of the plants. Phenotypic ratio 9:3:3:1. Here total there are 16 plants are there. All plants genotypes are same? No, that is also differ. See, which plant has all the 4 dominants? How many? All the 4 dominants, only one. Only one. Only one plant has all the 4 dominants. How many having 3 dominant? Means color 2 dominant. In shape 2 dominant, in color 1 dominant. How many? 1. This is, and this one also. These 2 having shape both the dominant, in color 1 dominant, 1 recessive. How many such type? 2. In round yellow, how many having 2 dominant regarding color, and then how many dominant regarding the shape of the seed? Here 2 responsible for the color dominant. This is 1, and one more here. It also color 2 dominants, in shape 1 dominant, 1 recessive. How many? 2. How many having in shape 1 dominant, 1 recessive, in color 1 dominant, 1 recessive? 1, 2, 3, 4. See, 4. In color 1 dominant, 1 recessive. In shape 1 dominant and 1 recessive. Next, in that round green. How many round green? 3 round green. All have same genotypes? No. It has 2 dominant shape, 2 recessive color. How many? Only 1. Next 2 are same. In shape 1 dominant, 1 recessive. Rest of the 3 are recessive 2. In wrinkled yellow, here both are the recessive, both are the dominant. How many such type? Only 1 type. Only 1 type. Next 2, shape both the recessive. In color 1 dominant, 1 recessive. How many such type? 2. Last one having all the 4 recessive genes. This ratio be taken by observing the genotypes of the plants. So it is called dihybrid genotypic ratio. What is the dihybrid genotypic ratio? 1:2:2:2:1:2:1:2:1. So this is about the two gene inheritance or a dihybrid cross. What is dihybrid cross? The crossing of two plants or two animals differ in two alternate character is called dihybrid cross or two gene inheritance. Here in dihybrid cross, when round yellow seeded pea plant crossed with wrinkled green seeded pea plant, in F1 generation all dihybrid plants produces round yellow seeded pea plant. When these hybrid plants are selfed, in next generation, F2 generation, 4 different types of plants are produced in the ratio of 9:3:3:1. 9 round yellow, 3 round green, 3 wrinkled yellow, 1 wrinkled green. So this is about the dihybrid cross. To this point I will stop, and remaining I will continue in my next class. Thank you.